Hi everybody, welcome back to chapter 13. Today we're going to talk about area and perimeter. So what I have up top is the formulas that we use when finding the perimeter of a square or rectangular object, and the formula we use when we find the area of a square or rectangular object. For perimeter, we're going to do 2 times the length of a side plus 2 times the width of a side. An easy way to remember it, perimeter, you are going to plus, or you are going to add the numbers of all 4 sides. That's going to give you the perimeter. The perimeter of an object is the outside of the object. On the flip side, the area is the amount of space taken up inside the object. So to get the area, you're going to multiply one length of one side times the width of a top or bottom. Let me show you exactly what to do. Here I have 4 drawings. Okay, the first one I have here is a square, and it's 5 yards. By definition, I know a square has 4 equal sides. So I know that this side has to be 5 yards, this side has to be 5 yards, this side has to be 5 yards. So very easily, what I'm going to do, I'm going to find the perimeter first. I'm going to plus or add my 2 lengths. 5 plus 5 is 10. And my 2 widths, 5 plus 5 is 10. My perimeter is going to be 20 yards. I could also just take my 4 numbers and add them up. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 would get me 20. Now the area, I'm going to multiply one length, 5, times one width, 5. 5 times 5, my area is going to be 25 yards squared. We talk about square yards, square feet, square miles when we do area. That means that I can fit 25 perfect squares inside my square here. Let me do an example with this rectangle here. My width going across is 8 feet. My length is 4 feet. By definition, a rectangle has 2 parallel sides. 8 up top, which means I have to have a length of 8 feet, or excuse me, a width of 8 feet on the bottom. A length of 4 feet on the side means I have to have a length of 4 feet on the side. To get my perimeter, I'm simply going to add all 4 of my numbers. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 plus 4, my perimeter is 24 feet. That means the distance around my rectangular object is 24 feet. Now my area. I want to find out how many squares I can fit inside my rectangle. So to do that, I'm going to multiply one length, 8, times one width, 4. 8 times 4 is 32 feet squared, or square feet. What that means is I can fit 32 1-foot squares inside the area of my rectangle. Now, a little more challenging on the bottom here. What I have is a rectangle, and I'm given the information that the area of this rectangle is 24 square feet. I need to find the perimeter. Well, I know that to get the area, I have to do one width times one length. Well, I have one of the numbers, it's 6. So I need to ask myself, 6 times what number is going to get me 24? And by knowing my basic facts, I know that 6 times 4 is going to get me an area of 24. So to solve the perimeter, I just need to find the 2 remaining lengths. Well, since it's a rectangle, this one has to be 6 feet. And this opposite side here needs to be 4 feet. So to find my perimeter, I'm I'm going to do 6 plus 4 equals 10. 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 plus 4, my perimeter is 20 feet. Remember, perimeter talks about the outside, the lengths of the outside of my object. So my last one, I have a little challenging problem here. I have one side being 11 miles, the second one being 7.5 miles. So how am I going to solve this? Well, I'll do my perimeter first, fill in the missing pieces. 7.5 miles and 11 miles. And then I'm simply just going to add my outsides. I'm going to add my fractional pieces first. 7.5 plus 7.5 equals the whole number of 15. 15 miles. So I've added 7.5 plus 7.5 to get 15. 15 plus 11 is 26. 26 plus 11 is 37 miles is my perimeter. Now my area. What I'm going to do is multiply my top number, 11, times one of my side numbers, 7.5. When I do that, 11 times 7 is 77. When I do 11 times 1/2, what's half of 11 is what you need to ask yourself. Half of 11 is 5.5. So 7 times 11 is 77, plus 5 and 1/2. You get a final answer of 82.5 square miles. I hope these 4 examples help you a little bit with how to calculate area and perimeter. Remember, perimeter talks about the lengths of the outside of your square or rectangular object. The area talks about the inside of your square or rectangular object. Thanks for watching.